Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome to the start of our FIFA 21 career mode journey. I hope I find you all very well indeed. Over the next half an hour, we have got lots to show you, so sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy. I am excited to get started. So, we're looking at our manager right here. I created our manager, gave him some new trainers, and then it was time to pick our team. Now, if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know the team we're going with for this year's start. At least the team we start with anyways, because as you'll find out later on, there's every chance we might end up moving on at some stage, which is why I'm not calling this the Road to Glory career mode. We're just starting in League 2. So it is still kind of a Road to Glory career mode, but there is options for us to move on at some stage later on. I checked the vote. I've thrown it up on screen somewhere in the video. 81% of the votes said to go with a lower league team. So that is exactly what we have done, my friends. We are the new Bradford City manager. So it's a team quite close to me, actually, in terms of where I live and where I'm from. So yeah, there's that little bit added to it. And in terms of the settings that we go with to start off this series, I picked the hardest I could, at least for now. Well, actually, I could have maybe gone one harder. I'll explain that later on. So we went with strict on the transfer side, on the negotiation strictness, no financial takeover, and ultimate difficulty right from the off. So we'll see what happens with that. There is a new feature as well, which is competitor mode, which essentially means the AI will act like a real player of the top FIFA players. But for this first episode, I turned that off and just went on normal ultimate difficulty, no slider settings whatsoever. So there is also Facecam coming up today, so stay tuned for that. There is a very brief post-commentary bit, which is this bit right now, and then the rest of the episode we go to live with Facecam. So fingers crossed that goes down well with you all. I am hoping to get this out on Friday, which might even be a premiere, but I am at work, so I'll have to decide on the time and things like that. But as we scroll through, we're taking a look at some of the new additions to this year's game. And Youth Academy, for one, I actually came into this and was stunned immediately. I got a little message saying that Harrison Wells was a player in our Youth Academy. He's a local lad. He's grown up knowing Bradford, loving Bradford. And look how good he is already. Now, I'm not sure if this is a pre-order perk, if I've got it from the pre-ordering. I knew there was one thing that you can get, which was a Scout Future Star, and it would be somebody who'd start off really good. And Harrison Wells is that man, ladies and gentlemen, and I am very excited for his potential in this series. He's so good that he comes straight into the first team and is the best player already. That's the level at which he plays. So, if that's anything to go by, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. And there's actually a little bit later on with a like target that if we hit it, in fact, I'm not going to spoil it. You have to wait and see what I'm talking about. But we're taking a quick look through this Bradford team. Harrison Wells was the only Youth Academy player I chose to actually promote, and he's definitely going to be playing for us no matter what. But there's some real talent here as well. We've got a couple of other players who will play a decent job for us in League 2 at least, and once we need to strengthen, we can. My only worry is we've been not experiencing ultimate difficulty as of right yet. How difficult is it going to be? Is it going to be so good that I just don't win any games? Is it going to be too hard that I'm going to get slapped every game? Is it going to be too easy like it was last year? Time will tell. But this is the new training. I think they've done away with the old one, so it goes into training days. I've not had a massive look around this because, remember, I've got 10 hours of the trial, so I didn't want to waste all 10 messing around in the menus, not giving you any gameplay. So I decided I would kind of take a very brief look at these things, and then later on down the line, I'll have a look a bit more in depth and try and work things out. But all I know is that you train, like, you can change this, but I was training every other day. If you sim them without playing them, it gives you the highest grade that you've achieved, which if you've not played them, it will only give you a D. So I recommend playing through these, but the same thing applied. I didn't want to waste my trial time playing training. So I played through a couple, then I decided that I wasn't going to do any more. I would just sort of leave it at that and then come back to it at a later date and play through. So there you go. I played these ones, got an A, and a B. And from now on, when I sim those ones, those specific training areas, it will give me an A, an A, and a B. That's how it works. So you're guaranteed to get that, I believe, every single time, which is pretty good. It'll help for growth anyway. This, my friends, is the new sim. You can do a quick sim, which will just give you the scoreline straight up, or you can kind of watch it play out and jump in if you wish to do so. I didn't do it for the pre-season tour friendly. But Harrison Wells scores twice in this game after 11 minutes. And I gotta say, I really like this feature. It opens things up like a sim-only career mode if I was to live stream sometime maybe, which I am thinking about doing. So it opens that up. There's plenty of stuff you can do with this, and I really like this little feature. Is it gonna be a feature that lasts for the entire game and makes you think, yeah, it's 100% worth it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. But this game, this sim, we ended up winning by 3 goals to 2. They did not play a single one, and as you'll see, quite frustrating really, because they only had 2 shots. So 2 shots, 2 goals for Venlo, but we still won by 3 goals to 2, which meant we picked up our first win of the series. And pre-season tours, yeah, they give you extra money and such, but ultimately they're just not my cup of tea, put it that way. I went and had a look at some potential signings. I will talk about these a bit later on, and I still want your suggestions as well. Main reason being, I just wanted to meet Jurgen Klopp. So I sat down to talk about a deal for Brewster, taking him on loan. It said beforehand that he wouldn't play in League 2. And as you'll see, the wages are just too much in a moment. So really, this was just about me meeting Jurgen Klopp. That was why I had this meeting. So anyways, let's jump to live. All right, so hopefully I've taken you through some of the new additions, or at least very briefly shown you them. And as you'll see, there's Facecam. So fingers crossed that this is in sync. Sometimes the audio ends up going a bit delayed, so I'm hoping that does not happen here. So my plans then, ladies and gentlemen, for today's episode is to at least play a game for you today. I am very much open to your suggestions for signings that you want to see join us here with Bradford City. I might mention this a bit later on down the line. The plan is to take Bradford as far as we can, but I'm not calling this a Road to Glory career mode, because I might want to move on in the future and I might want to leave Bradford and go elsewhere. So all I'm going to be doing for now is I'm going to be looking at the free agents for any new signings we might be able to bring in, especially when you look at our team, right? Our squad depth is not the biggest, so I want to make sure that we're in a good position. As you'll see, you know, Connor Wood here is the best left back at the club, but after that it's Longridge, who's 56 rated. When you're playing on ultimate difficulty, it's going to be tough. We haven't even got a right back at the club who's, you know, a top-tier right back. We got George Sikora here, who might be decent with some training, but ultimately for now, I'm not sure if he'll do the job. In terms of central midfielders, we've got Sutton, we've got Cook, and they're the 2 that are looking at to be the best. So there is areas we need to strengthen here. I've just realised we don't even have a left midfielder. I guess it's time to check out the free agents, right? So the first free agent we are looking at is Will Johnson, 33 years of age, plays central midfield. I'm not really sure how much I'm supposed to offer him, though, in the wages. That's the problem. So if I go important, he wants crucial. We have £19,000 a week to work with. I should have checked to see what some of my players were actually on, because then I would have known for sure. So if I say no, oh, I mean, he's given me a wage at least, so now I know how much he wants. I'm going to edit this down a little bit, and I'm going to go down to 3,000. He might turn around and say that that's insulting. Wants that 5.7, but he's willing to take a bit of a signing bonus cut. So I'm not going to annoy him even more. I'm going to keep it at a decent, respectable level. Let's go 4,000. Take the 4K. He just wants this £5,000 a week, doesn't he? For a year, will he do a job? I don't even know what his overall is, which is one of the bonus and one of the reasons I love career mode so much is because at the start, there's lots to figure out. I'm just going to accept that, honestly. It's probably a bad idea. But equally, you've seen the centre midfielders we have, the squad depth we have there. It's probably a good idea to get somebody in. So let's have a look and see what overall we're looking at for Johnson. Oh, I tell you what, 67 rated. So he's automatically come in and now is the best central midfielder at the club. Incredible. What we're saying stats-wise and development. So can I put him on a plan? I believe I can put him on a development plan, which will slow down his overall depletion. How do I do that? Oh, you do it on the stats that matter most to the position that he plays, I'm guessing. So if I was to go with... He's not really going to be a playmaker. He's more of a defensive-minded midfielder. So if I do that, go ball-winning midfielder. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see what that does. All right, we've got a bunch more players now then, and these are sort of the best that I could find in the free agents. Now, there's one interesting one. This young man, Zihao Zhao is how I'm going to say that. Let me know if I've got it wrong. But he's actually a left wing, right wing, or striker. And he's also a game-generated player that was in the free agents. Now, his overall, to begin with, doesn't stand out. It doesn't, shout at you. But 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. I'm very tempted to get him in, try and put him on a development plan, and see if we can get some growth out of him. So I am going to do that. So I'm going to try and sign Zhao here. There's a couple more after this as well. And I was trying to find a left midfielder. There isn't any in there that are really great. So it might have to be we play a right midfielder out on the left, which I think, if I remember rightly, I read somewhere that actually hinders their overall in-game. So we're going to go 5 years here for Zhao. If it doesn't work out, worst case scenario, we sell him on in like, well, how much are you going to want in the wages? Like, surely no more than like 500 quid, right? That's enough. And a signing bonus, that's fine. 500 quid it is, or 500 pounds. Yeah, so he's in. Now, looking at the rest of these players here. So this is what I was talking about when I said there wasn't left midfielder. But we've got 2 players, Delev and Nedelev. That's amazing, actually. I've just realised. Delev, Nedelev. Now, Nedelev, slightly slower. But in terms of technical ability, got a bit more about him. Delev, on the other hand, slightly older but quicker. Injury prone. So do we want speed or do we want end product here? Actually, as well, Nedelev is left-footed. So if he's playing out on the left, it makes sense to bring him in, right? Let's go with Nedelev. And, yeah, he'll be the choice. We could also go for Delev as well if we wanted to in the future. But just for now, this will be the one we choose out of the 2 of them. Nedelev, important first-team player. Crucial first-team player. How good are you then if you want crucial? Well, it's not exactly a massive amount more. But I'm going to get rid of the appearance bonus and chuck it up to 5.5 from 5.9. Surely he'll accept that. 6,000, we'll go 6. That's the last. It's not like it's a massive amount, but when you're in the lower leagues, this £100 might make the difference. Probably not, though, but we'll see. All right, there you go. So Nedelev is in. And there was one more, and I believe it was this man. Kranjic. Probably said that wrong. Slovenian, 25-year-old centre-back. Another one of the free agents that I looked at and thought, yeah, let's see. Again, though, we've got to be careful because the wages we've got left, I mean, look at it. It's slowly depleting. We had 19,000 before, and now we're down at 7. All right, crucial first-team player. That's fine. We still got £1 million in the transfer budget, of course. And he wants 4.6k, but he wants a clean sheet bonus of 240,000. That's never happening, my friend, but I'll give you £5 grand a week. How about that? Is that all right? Does that fit the bill for you? Of course it does. Right then, let's take a look at all 3 of the signings we have just made then to this team. And let's get a development plan on Zhao. So starting with our first player, we did have some nice depth at centre-back, but it just gives us something else with Kranjic. 68 rated, top quality centre-back, already the best at the club. Love to see that. Into, well, actually, let me show you very quickly, I guess, his overall stats. So, not too slow at all. Will do a job there for us. Defensively, stand tackle at 50. Oh, wait, no, that's Sakura. Here he is. Here he is. So, yeah, still not slow at all. 63 pace isn't bad for a centre-back. Decent enough defending stats as well. Good ball control. What about passing? You know what? I'm tempted to throw a ball-playing defender development plan on Kranjic here because, yeah, let's do that. Let's chuck a ball-playing defender development plan. If you can't already tell, I'm just getting hyped over the development plans. That's why I just want to use them as much as possible. Where's Nedelev? There he is. So he's already 27. So the chances of him improving massively from now on is not going to be huge. But acceleration 71, 68 sprint speed. It was more for his technical game, the reason we brought him in, though. And here is his stats. So 67 ball control, 66 crossing. Yeah, looks decent, especially for League 2. And then the final player, Zihao Zhao, who 46 rated. Let's chuck a development plan on him. So if we're looking for a left midfielder, we don't want balanced because, well, we do still because he's defending 17, but inverted winger, he's left-footed anyway, support winger, wide playmaker. So these just tend to focus All right, okay. And I've just seen as well at the top right, in case you didn't notice, it'll improve skill moves and it'll improve the defensive work rate. If you go support winger, defensive work rate improves. If you go inverted winger, weak foot improves. I like it. I really like the fact that you can improve the weak foot and skill moves, because now those players you get through your youth academy that aren't necessarily up to scratch in terms of their weak foot and skill moves but have great potential, you can train them. All right, I'm going to go for inverted winger, I think, just to give us the boost to the weak foot as well, and look at the shooting stats that go up. This might change over time, so don't worry about that at all. And what happens actually if I chuck a development plan for Nedolev to learn to play on the left-hand side? Does that work? I'm rambling, and this episode is going to go on for so long, so I apologize, but it's what happens when a new game drops. All right, let's train him to be a left midfielder. It says ETA 2 weeks. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. We'll see, though. Right, I'm going to skip the days, and then I pretty much want to get into the first game of the series. Wait no longer. Get smacked by Ultimate. How about that? Hamilton in the pre-season tour. It was a quick sim. We'll see the result. It's a 1-0 win. Who scored the goal? Can we see? Ismail in 15 minutes. We battered them, though. Look at that. 5 shots, 4 chances, 57% of possession. So no worries at all for us there. And I don't know who our next game will be, but that's 2 wins from 2. So we should be through, actually, in the pre-season tour. And I'm half tempted as well, if we get to the final, to play that instead of the first league game, just to add a bit more cash to the kitty. So training day again. I haven't played them. I'm going to have to play them, and I have not. So, yeah, got to play these in order to get the best result possible. Our last pre-season friendly ends in defeat. Okay. I think we're still through anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. Turns out we are not through the pre-season tour then. So it's straight into League 2 for us coming up. Another training day. You see, I'm going to have to play all of these at some stage in order to make sure that we're getting the best growth. I'm not sure if now's the best idea to do it. I'm just going to simulate it all for now. It's all going to give me a D on every single one because we haven't played it. But, yeah, I just want to get into games, man. I just want to get playing, and I want to give you guys our first match. When are we actually playing our first game? Let me have a look at that. So on the calendar, sim to date, not bothered. Where are we playing? Oh, we're not playing until the 1st of August. So quite a long way away. I'll see you for that. Unless anything comes up, I won't come back to you. So this is what it looks like when one of your development plans is completed. As you'll see, I can now change position on Nedolev. So if I press Y, there we go. It's done. He's now a left midfielder. So that's kind of how it works. First pre-match press conference of FIFA 21. Let's see if there's any changes. How has pre-season prepared you for the real thing? I believe in these players. Let's just say that. Is there any other things that we need to look at? Of course, improvements don't happen overnight. There's a lot of work to be done at the club. Do you think the team's ready to avoid the embarrassment of a bottom half finish? Come on, what are you on about, bottom half? I know I'm playing on ultimate difficulty, right? And that might change. Subject to change, by the way. Because if I'm getting slapped every game, I don't want to keep it on ultimate. But I am going to start with ultimate. You've been pretty busy. Are you looking to sell players? No. We're strong everywhere. Unless like a super offer comes in, then nobody's going pretty much. All right. I think that's time now then for our first game of the series. Our opening League 2 fixture at Valley Parade against Port Vale. Actually, Youth Squad monthly report right on time. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at the players our scouts have brought back. So Tyler Mann, welcome to the Youth Academy. Reject that player. Reject that player. Owen Jackson, I'll keep him in there. I always look for like 90 potential. Actually, I guess that doesn't matter too much now, right? Oh, wait, it still does. What am I on about? We got a goalkeeper, Seo Yon Park. Nah, not quite high enough potential. All right, so one player coming through into the youth team, but not. I'm sure whether or not he's good enough or not. Let's have a look at him real quick. So Owen Jackson. Wait, so if I sign him, does that put him in my youth, or does that put him straight into my team? Squad. Where's my youth again? Youth Staff Youth Academy. There it is. Alright, so it puts him into my Youth Academy, and then from here I can put him into my first team. That's really good, actually, because it also shows me skill moves and weak foot, as you can see there. Obviously, we can improve them over time. Anyway, decent. But, yeah, we're here to play a match. I'm going to swap around my team, and then it's time to play. Just to show you then, as you see, ultimate difficulty is on. Competitor mode. Now, this is an interesting one, because as you'll see, it says, enable this setting to face a more challenging opponent that simulates the playstyle of some of the world's best FIFA players. So, for now, I'm going to leave that off and see how Ultimate plays without it on. Is that the right decision? I guess we'll find out. So, obviously, slider settings are there. Everything on 50 on both sides. I'm not sure if we'll need to use sliders this year. Hopefully not anyways, because it makes it very, very annoying to play around with sliders. But regardless, we make our debut. We've chosen the team. We've got Wells starting up front. And one thing I need to remember to do is change his boots. So remind me, guys, in the comment section, remember to change Wells' boots. Otherwise, you'll have the game-generated ones for who knows how long, because I always forget. So, yeah. Not really picked any tactics for this one. Just gone with a straight 4-4-2. And Port Vale looking for the first shot of the game. It comes in. O'Donnell catches it. But I'm already seeing that they know how to keep the ball. I'm imagining as well on the competitor mode, it'll be even more... it'll be showcased even more the way they be able to keep possession. But, yeah, we'll see what we can do with this attack for ourselves. Well, we can give the ball away. How about that? Ball over the top. Port Vale are playing some real nice football. Nice cut out there as we tried to intercept the pass and succeeded. Nedelev up towards Wells. Wells takes it on the turn. Look at this. We've got some space out wide here. Wells in the middle waits for it. Here is Wells for the first goal of this career mode. And who else but Wells? You know what? I was going to wait to do this. I'll still say it at the end of the video today. I said to myself, after I saw him in the youth academy, if we hit 1,000, should we say 1,000 or 1,500? I don't know. If we hit over 1,000 likes, I'll buy a Bradford shirt on today's video. If we hit over 1,500, which is an astronomical amount, I'll buy a Bradford shirt with Wells 14 on the back for this series. That's the deal. If you can smash the like button, that would be much appreciated. That's the reward. I knew it would be Harrison Wells who gets our first goal. I'm actually buzzing with that as well. So well crafted down the right-hand side. The ball back into the middle. The first time finish as well. This guy, you know what? We had Lopez in Forest Green. We had Riera Canadell. We had Ollie Hill. Harrison Wells might be the guy that tops my all-time favourite, player in any series. Port Vale attacking down the left-hand side. A brilliant ball into the box, and it's still here for the shot, and it's wide in the end. We hold on to our lead, but it was a chance for Port Vale and a real facepalm moment for me as well, because I forgot to unmute the sound in game. So for that goal that you saw, I'll remember to leave some music over it, so you're not just listening to me shout into my mic, because that would sound pretty ridiculous. But anyway, Port Vale have a chance, goes wide, and we still lead here at Valley Parade. All in all, we've had one shot. And we've taken it. So you got to take your little wins as they come. Here is Wells. Finds the feet of Cook. Cook has Novak in front of him. And if this is to be our second chance of the game and we take it, then that is ridiculous. 2-0 Bradford. Completely against the run of play. Port Vale have been a team sat pretty much inside our half for this second half. And really, we've had 2 shots scored them both. And Novak and Wells know where the net is. And that is the best point about it. Nicely done, but again, Port Vale will be kicking themselves because they've had so much possession inside our half. It's been a weird game, this. I am going to try the competitor mode as well after this so that I can compare the two of them on Ultimate. And then worst case scenario, if we need to go to sliders or something to make this interesting, I'll have a little play around. But, I mean, we've seen signs. We've seen signs from Port Vale that they are able to hold onto the ball and create a couple of opportunities. But, I mean, we've just been clinical in front of goal. 2 shots, 2 goals. 1 for either striker as well. That's really good to see. Both strikers on the score sheet. And this is the sort of area that I'm talking about. Wait a minute. They've got a penalty. I think it's for handball. I think there's a handball here from one of our players. But what's happening? What is going on? Are you going to show us the replay or... Okay, apparently we're doing a little dance of some sort. What is the player actually doing? I don't know. Can we see a replay of this, ref? Or is my game just bugged a little bit? All right, there we go. So, replay here. All right, well, that's not a good replay at all. So, I think it hits him on the arm, but his arm's by his side. Maybe this will show us. No, all right, we're just skipping the replay entirely. Port Vale from the spot then. Have the chance. Oh, it's a big save. It's a massive save from O'Donnell. And the scoreline remains 2-1. It's just not been Port Vale's day here at all. What a save that is, by the way. League 2 goalkeeper jumping around like that. I love it. 15 minutes to go. Still 2-0 here. The change coming through, it looks like. We'll make a change as well. Let's bring on Will Johnson for what? We'll get him his debut. He wasn't quite fully fit to start the game, so that's why he's on the bench. But yeah, what a save from our goalkeeper. The corner in the middle now then, as we look to clear it away. We've dealt with the first one and the second. Novak's done really well under pressure there to just keep calm. Fine feet. Nedelev can carry forward. We need some runners though in front of us, don't we? Johnson, first touch to Novak. Novak, look at the counter-attacking opportunity we have here. Maybe Novak will now play this out wide to Sutton. We're in down the right-hand side. We need a good delivery back in towards the middle. Sutton goes to the byline, pulling it back to Novak! And it's 3 for Bradford. Port Vale being dismantled at Valley Parade. You can see the smile on my face. And that's one bonus as well of having the face cam this year. You can see my reactions. I'm actually kind of stunned by how well we've done here. I really am. All right, we definitely are switching competitor mode on for the next game, though. Ultimate competitor mode, that's going to be the plan. Novak, though. Well done to Wells for getting out of the way of that shot because he nearly blocked it. But our 2 strikers today, man. What a performance, especially Novak. He has put a shift in today. 9 minutes to play, 3 points surely in the bag for us as well. And I am buzzing and so excited to keep going with this series and see how far we can take this Bradford team. Novak has the run of Wells as well. It seems a little bit like Port Vale are in trouble again. Wells somehow keeps hold of this, pulling it towards Johnson. Johnson to Ismail, who keeps it in his stride. In towards the box. Can he find another good pullback? Yes, he can. It's 4 for Bradford. It's Will Johnson on his debut. And it's getting even better. Am I going to have to play around with sliders again? Sliders are one of those settings that's like annoying to get right because it takes so long to find the correct ones. And I don't even know if ultimate difficulty has been changed this year, has been adapted this year. All I know is we are 4-0 up in our first game. Full time here at Valley Parade. We pick up our first 3 points of the series and a thumping 4-0 victory. Novak with 2, Wells with 1, and then of course Johnson off the bench to score 1. Look at my reaction. All right, let's take a look at what we need to look at before we go today. Set you guys a like target. I am buzzing to get started in this series. I'll be back in just a second. So here's the match facts from the game then. 4 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals. It could just be we need to make the goalkeepers a little bit better. Maybe that's the play. But of course, we'll test out the competitor mode, and that might be different. We'll see. Other scores around don't really matter too much right now because we're 1 game into the season. So obviously after 1 game, you're not going to find out whether or not you're winning the league title or not. We've got a post-match interview to do now. Again, your first victory as Bradford manager. It's a landmark for you, of course. How happy are you with what you saw from the team? Delighted, of course. So I'll say that. Harrison Wells. He's come through the ranks. Now Harrison Wells is getting games with the first team. He made a real impact in today's game. Will you promote more young players like him? We will have plenty of young talent at the club. Gives me something to think about. I also saw in the message, I don't know, I don't remember getting it as a pre-order gift, one of these superstars in your youth academy. I know it was a thing, but I can't remember if I got it or not, or if it's just I've had a really lucky start. But it did say that Harrison Wells was homegrown. He's from Bradford. He knows the club's values and everything, and that just really made it even more special, right? So he's definitely going to be staying with me no matter what happens. Great win, great performance from Novak. I couldn't have asked any more of him. Sensational him today. And that is a sight we want to see a lot more of. Bradford City, top of League 2. 4 goal difference. Bolton second. Cambridge third. I'll scroll through very quickly. My former team, Forest Green, will get to play against them this year. That'll be very interesting for me. But all in all, I've very much enjoyed this first episode. And I'm feeling pretty optimistic as well. There's some decent and nice changes they made to career mode, which hopefully will keep it fresh, keep it spiced up, and just essentially make us not want to stop playing. So here's the dealio for you guys in watching this. I said earlier, as well scored, I would buy a Bradford shirt if we hit 1,000 likes. I'm going to up it, okay? If we hit 1,000 likes on today's episode alone, I will get you guys another episode of the series. Wait, 1,000 is a lot. 1,000 is a lot. Okay, let me think about this. All right, let's go for this then. If we hit 500 likes on today's episode, I will get you another out either Saturday night or Sunday. Preferably Saturday night, but I am working on the Saturday, so we'll see if I've got time. And if we hit 1,000 likes, I will get the Bradford shirt with Wells on the back. That is the deal for you all. So, yeah, no pressure there. But hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge, huge thank you for all of your support on the channel as well. Until next time, stay safe, everybody. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I will catch you all again very, very soon. Adios!